Following him, one of the best screenwriters, if not the best screenwriters in the business. She wrote Stardust, Kick-Ass, Kingsman, X-Men, First Class, and now Kingsman, The Golden Circle. It's Jane Goldman. And now the cast. Okay, I'm sure he needs no introduction, but it is Oscar winner and Harry himself, Colin Firth. He's making an entrance. He will not be rushed for anyone. Here he is. Colin Firth, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. And let's bring out Colin's protege, the young man from the wrong side of the tracks who was nurtured to fulfill his potential. It is, of course, Eggy himself. Let's go crazy. Come on out, Egerton. Let's get it out there. Movie as good start to the morning for you. Okay, this movie, as some of you may know, the Kingsmen broaden their horizons a bit. They come over here to the United States of America. They meet their counterparts, the statesmen. Let's meet some of those. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the incredible force of nature that is Channing Tatum. The brains of the Statesman organisation, Oscar winner Halle Berry. You'll know him from his incredible work on Narcos and many other film and TV projects. He is once again a statesman, the fabulous Pedro Pascal. To round them all up, a legend. I think possibly pound for pound the greatest screen actor the US has ever produced. He's been in more movies than any other living human being. Mr. Jeff Bridges! Wow, that's a cast, isn't it? We got 3 Oscar winners. Taron, have you won how many Oscars? No Oscars yet? No. Okay, you're working on it. We're going to get some for you. Okay, let's start at the beginning. At the beginning there was a comic book, and the comic book became a movie. The comic book was created by Mark Millar with Matthew Vaughn and, of course, Dave Gibbons. Dave, when you were drawing the book, of course, you had no idea it was necessarily going to be a film. Did the cast, are they kind of what you wanted them to look like, or would you rather have an entirely different bunch of human beings sitting here right now?
I wonder. No, I think the cast is just great. Fantastic.
And have you drawn Taron as Eggy ever?
Have I drawn?
Taron as Eggy, because your Eggy was a different kind of...
No, we had a different Eggsy, but I'm going to do a drawing today of our Eggsy, our hero, young Taron. And I think we're going to award a prize.
Okay, so we will give... Dave's going to do an original piece of art of you. Fantastic. Okay? You're going to have to take your shirt off, you know that. He only does glamour work these days. And we're going to give that away in the hall now to the person who asks the best question. Okay, so start working on those questions. Over there is the line for questions, so let's do that. Jane, of course, you worked with Matthew many times. Here you're doing the first sequel with Matthew, and I think your first sequel as well. Why did they go to America, and how did you come up with the concept of the statesman and their base and the idea behind it?
We liked the idea of finding the American equivalent, so we had that romanticised idea of the British gentleman, and for us the kind of equivalent was the romanticised idea of the Southern gentleman. But I'd like to apologise now to the people of America and just say we know that is a stereotype rather than something typical. I'm worried that we might think, oh, these English writers, they think we're all like that with cowboy hats. So yeah, I'm sorry.
Although you did make them all wear cowboy hats, I believe.
That was Matthew's fault.
Okay. Oh, we're going to blame everything on Matthew today because he isn't here. That's what we're going to do. And you said, of course, it's British tailoring is the front for the Kingsman. The front here in the US for Statesman, what's that?
It's the alcohol business. There's sort of a little plot.
So you're going to have to apologise to America again now.
No. There's a little plot reason why they're in Kentucky, and when I think of Kentucky, I think of bourbon. I think of bourbon a lot, anyway. But yeah, no, that was the idea that they've actually got a very successful business that, unlike Kingsman, which is rather more niche.
Yeah, and in pieces, as we just. Oh, I shouldn't give anything away. Okay, so let's go to Taron. Taron, it's great to have you here.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Huge success for you as Eggsy.
Yes.
And we just saw the opening sequence, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And once again,
Did you enjoy it? That's what we like to hear.
Once again, you're holding your breath. Now, is this just something you kind of like doing?
I think Matthew Vaughn just likes to see me struggle.
And are you literally? Do you have to hold your breath for long, or you?
Yeah, it's so you sit in the car and you get the seatbelt on, and then they just sink you into the water, and you go down with a regulator, and someone's speaking to you on an underwater speaker, and they go, "Okay, Taron, we're going to ask you to take your last 5 breaths. And we'd like you to remove the regulator." You know, meanwhile you're trying to stop yourself having a heart attack. And it sinks in, you take the regulator out, and then you're stuck under there and you're strapped in, and if something goes horribly wrong, I mean, thankfully nothing did, but it's quite scary.
You've bulked up since the verse in a good way.
Thank you.
He has a deeper chest on him, I can see from my vantage point.
Thank you very much.
That must be all the breath holding you've been doing.
That's it, yeah. It's the amount of underwater work I've done. That being said, I am nothing in terms of strength compared to one Mr. Channing Tatum.
Hold on. Hang on, Magic Mike, hang on.
Here he is, Magic Mike himself. All I will say is, don't get in a fight with Channing Tatum.
Well, some of us might enjoy the experience. Channing, maybe I should leave to you here. Sorry to jump over you here, Colin, but you can see there's a romance going on. Were you as impressed by Taron's physical presence, strength, ability, and masculinity as he clearly is overawed by yours?
No. No. He's unbelievably talented. Maybe not in the strength area. No. He's unbelievable.
Colin, it's fabulous to see you back here. Academy Award winner Colin Firth, ladies and gentlemen. Colin, I'm kind of surprised. I love the first film. I'm a bit surprised to see you back here in the second film on stage. Were you surprised when you got the call, or did you know that maybe you were what we call a survivor?
It's all a mystery for me, really. I mean, I'm in the trailer, and I seem to do a lot of shaving, and that's really all I can say. So. Maybe you should jump over me again.
So you're here, but you're not 100%.
I'm not here.
I'm going to jump over you, Channing, and come back to you in a minute, obviously. Halle, it's great to have Halle Berry with us. Many films that are loved by the crowd here at Comic-Con. Now, you play Ginger. Who's Ginger in the Statesman? What's your role?
Ginger, her name is really Ginger Ale. She's a mixer. I'm mixed. That's why they chose me. She is sort of does what Mark Strong does for the Kingsman, Ginger does for the Statesman. So she's kind of the techie, brain, nerdy character of the Statesman. And she has hidden depths. I'm just going to say that.
Are they the kind of hidden depths that Taron would have to hold his breath to go into, or are they... I don't know what that meant, and I apologise. I apologise. Pedro, let's go to Pedro to save me. Pedro, how are you? Great to have you. You're playing one of these stereotypical Southern gentlemen that Jane's inflicted on the world, and you get to use the lariat, the lasso, the bullwhip, I believe. Did you master those skills for the movie?
I'm the props guy. Yeah, I was in training with some cowboy experts and learned how to use the lasso. The lasso. It's a lasso, right? I've been having this fight in England for the 4 months I was there shooting this movie. And
hold on. Jeff, you're an authority on all things Western. Lasso or lasso?
We call it a rope.
Jeff Bridges, boom! guys were incorrectly talking about your rope. So you mastered, you used the bull whip as well? Because those things are dangerous.
As well, yeah. That was my favorite bit, the whip. How many people out there have cracked a whip properly? Yeah? It's really fun. When you make that noise, it becomes quite addictive, and you can injure yourself, that's for sure. I didn't.
Did you injure anyone else?
What's that?
Did you injure anyone else?
No, I was really, really good at it. I was good at the whip. It was my specialty.
We are in the presence of Hollywood royalty. Jeff Bridges, ladies and gentlemen. You're kind of the head of the statesman, I guess. What's your code name?
I'm Champagne. But I like to be called Champ.
And I notice in the movie, you know, you're running this booze business, you don't tend to drink much of it. You're sniffing it, you seem to be sniffing it. There's some spitting in the film involved. You spit some of it out in your spittoon. Is there a reason why he doesn't imbibe?
Yeah, well, he's kind of, you know, challenged by his vices, but he's a tough guy, and so he likes to get right up in the face of that vice, and, you know, I think he wears booze as a cologne, actually. He likes to put it on. He likes tobacco, but doesn't want to smoke because he knows that's bad for him. But he likes to sniff that thing. He'll suck on it, won't light it. But you know, he likes to surround himself with what he's afraid of.
I got stuck in the elevator with a guy who smelled like that last night.
It's hard to lose the character, you know.